Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please want to hit that subscribe. So today I want to give you a little bit of a desk tour, but first I just want to kind of explain a few little things. Don't mind the kiddos outside, I can hear them. The window is open. It's actually not a bad day. Not sunny, but it's not that cold it feels, so get some fresh air in the house. So I work from my home. My studio is in my home. I live in a condo, so it's not that big. I don't have my own room or anything like that. I actually just kind of separated a piece out of my living room. I have quite a long living room. So I was able to separate a little piece. I kind of made a wall and have my studio on the back side and then my living area on the opposite side. So my studio mainly is set up for content creating. That is basically what I do and all I do for right now. But I only had the studio for I think a little over 2 months now. So in my old studio I had the room to take people in the studio. I just didn't really have the room. So I recently makeshift a little area or table, attached it to my desk so I can fold it up when I have clients, and then I can fold it down when I'm not taking clients, just to have like the space saving mechanism, because I don't have a large area. I have a pretty small little compact area, so it has to function for a lot of different things. Now where I'm sitting right here, this is also a part of my studio. When I look out, my studio is right here, but you can also see this from my living area, and I'll try to show you how you would see or how you wouldn't see my studio from my home. And I usually sit here, in all truth. This is where I sit and I edit all my videos. It's a comfortable little area. I just kind of lounge out, put my feet up, and edit on my tablet. And yeah, so I thought I would just give you a quick little tour. I wanted to show you what it looks like with the desk up and how it would be if I take clients. Like I said, I have a small area, so it's not large. And hopefully you'll get some tips and tricks from my desks. But I want to show you my whole studio, but we're not going to go into all the studio drawers, just the desk drawers. But there is 3 of them, so we're going to be here for a little bit. Grab a snack and a drink and let's get started. So here guys, this is my living room. This is basically it. There is a hallway over here that goes to my bedroom and that, but there's really, like, you know what I mean? So this is what you would see when you're sitting in my living room. This wall of cabinets, I just basically made it, it's my pantry, but I just made it as my separation wall, which comes in handy. So this right here would be like my little nook. It's a great place, like I said, for me for editing, but if you read a book, chill, great little thing. Again, because small spaces, it does fold out to a bed, so if you have guests, I can move it out and fold it out. Works great. Now, this is my makeshift little table. I just done this recently, and I personally love it. It is 20 inches wide, 28 inches long, and it is attached to my my IKEA tabletop, just by some hinges. And this ideally is where a client would sit. I have this foldable chair that it just goes in my closet. But if I had somebody that was like overly picky, or if there's rules because of COVID and all these different things, I do have a clear acrylic chair that is in my bedroom that is for my desk in there. So I could technically bring that out and use that, and you can wipe that off very easily. It's just clear acrylic. So, but if not, I do have a comfy little foldable chair, and then that would be my table, my chair over there. It's a little tight, I'm not gonna lie, but I can easily squeeze through there with no problem. So this table, basically, get down low. I just made some flexible legs. So these legs, if you turn this knob, this piece of wood will flip up, and that table leg will make it shorter so it folds in, and then it'll just be a slab of wood on the side of your desk. And again, if you can see, they're just attached with 3 hinges on the other side. And that's how that little table will fold in and out. Perfect. I can put my lamps there, anything like that. But like I said, for the main part, my desk is set up for filming and content creating. So, but this works, I think, beautifully for when I do want to do somebody's nails or take clients. It's a perfect little solution to my problems. So I'm just gonna put it down, and then I'll show you what's rest on top of my desk. Okay, so now that I put the desk down, that's how it looks when I'm not using that desk. So it literally just folds under, and then my cart goes in front of that anyways, because I'm right-handed, so usually that stays there and I pull it up into the side when I am working. So that is just a mini cart from Michael's, And for me it works great. I did have 2 bigger carts, but for this space the mini cart works great for me, and it just literally has all my essentials. Pretty sure there's already a video out on that. I'll try to link that down below. So over here, again, that's all businessy stuff. My laptop stays in there. Everything is connected over to the monitor. Now, what's on top of my desk? Let's see. Here, it's not that crazy. Like I said, this is more when I'm filming and stuff, like everything gets thrown over here, in all truth. But it does have purpose. I do have my planners and my schedules, so I know what I'm doing, when I gotta do it, how I gotta do it. Again, a little bit more of the office stuff. I have my headphones for my actual cell phone that I use daily, and then I have the headphones for my my tablet that I edit on. And I use Filmora to edit, the editing app. For the last like couple months now, I've used that editing app. So I started it with KinMaster, I think it's called, and that served me really well for the first year of editing. And you can use that from your phone as well. So, and then here again, your tapes, your essentials. These are all like my main brushes, I would have to say, that I use, to be honest. I do use a lot of different brushes, but I really like to have just like a main. So I'm actually really loving the Yaster brushes. These 2 are both Yaster. I personally love them. This gel brush, I honestly love it. It's from Shein. It is like a 6, I would say. A 6 oval. So it works good for me. I personally like that size. So that's what I use. So they just kind of sit there. My desk does have a piece of glass. I got this from IKEA. It does not fit my whole table. I think they're made for dressers, in all truth. But it literally, it gives me my splash zones, and that's all that I need. So it does protect my desk like that. Now under my desk, I just have a small little trash can, which is easy just to kind of like grab and throw under there. I have a little footstool, and then wires and stuff. Well, they're kind of contained. I got this little thing from Amazon that holds most of the wires back there. I do use a lot of these style of plugs to turn on and off my stuff, because when I'm not using it, I really don't want it to be on, right? Okay, let's move over a little bit to this side. Here, I would say this is like my my content creating area. Like this is basically where I film all the time. So this is how I have it set up. So if I was sitting here and I was doing anything like a haul, anything like that, this is how this would be set up from doing my own nails. I have my phone. I just have my actual cell phone. I don't record with that phone. I record with the phone that I'm using right now, which is an S20 Samsung. Whew, I'm out of breath. Holy crap on a cracker stick. Okay, so I just wanted to show you as an example. So if I'm filming here, it goes on my monitor so I can see it right in front of me. The monitor is a Samsung as well. So everything, even my tablet's a Samsung. I really just am using all Samsung. It's just effortless for them all to link together. So this tablet here, this is what I edit on all the time. This is an S8 Plus. I also like to have it here if I'm doing my own nails, that I can watch YouTube and still see that I'm in frame, because I like to reach to myself when I do my own nails, and I find I get out of frame very easy. So I move that over so it's all up in my face. Now if I'm double filming, I have this little Archon mount, which would be here, and this would be facing me with a secondary phone. This is a Samsung 8. My mom just gave it to me, and it actually works great for what I need it for a secondary filming. So that would be facing me if I wanted to do like double camera. Again, this would have to be moved up a little bit, but you get the picture. This mount again is an Archon mount. I got them all from Amazon. You can use this if you put this in front of you and film that way, and you can just use that as a double filming camera holder as well, but I don't know, I think it works fine like that. My lights are Lavinda. They are cordless lights. They work well for me. I like them. You'll get probably a couple hours out of them at least. And yeah, so they're cordless, so I like that. They do have the metal tray. and all my cords are back there. So when I do need a cord to plug it in, it's easy for me just to kind of plug it in and let it do its thing back there. For now, we'll keep it off. Looks like it needs to be charged. And then I have a secondary one. I am a gel user. I do not use acrylic. The main reason is, to be honest, I do work from home, so the smell, I just don't want that in my house. And I have a little bunny that like roams free, so I just don't want him having to deal with that. And I just don't like the smell, in all truth. I started with acrylic about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years now, and I was learning with acrylic. I just stopped because of the smell. I just couldn't deal with it. So I am completely 100% a gel user right now. Okay, lights. This light here is a daylight saving light. It's not like the one that you see with most, I would say not most, but like a lot of people have the silver ones. They're great. They look amazing. I just ain't trying to spend $3 on it, and that's my truth. So this one is, it just attaches to your desk. You can get one that doesn't, or I think they have a couple different varieties, but it plugs in. Oh, if I turn that back on. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm going to turn it off. If you have, obviously you have it plugged in, and then you just touch these and you get like 4 different shades. And you can use 1, 2, it spreads out, it goes up. So it really can give you what you want. You can bring it closer or down, right? But I would have to say my biggest thing for lighting, I have soft boxes. I always had 2 in here, but recently I put one on the wall up here, so I think that's just perfect for me. It literally cascades down over my desk. And again, I have another one of those switches, so when I switch it on, I have the light, and that's pretty much all you need in life, right? And then even when I'm in here, sorry if I blind you, but I also have that chandelier that is all white lights too, so that gives a lot of light in my area. So okay guys, so I just realized as I'm editing this back, I didn't even show you what was in this. This is also on top of my desk, and these I have to just put in the thing on the wall, so they're there for now. Literally these nails are not the best for that, but anyways. So I just have all of my caviar beads, little metal shards there, and that's really what holds this. This is a mixture of caviar and caviar beads and pixie crystals, and then these are all of my caviar beads. And then here is just literally a mixed thing of nail art and charms, and sometimes when you just want a little inspiration, I like just to go in there and just take it out and see what I can use, so that's kind of neat to have that thing. And then here, this, in all truth, I haven't really organized this that well. I need to kind of put it in their own little pots, but it's just, again, some caviar beads. These chromes, again, won't live in there. And then a couple of these bars. I've been seeing these, and I just wanted to try to get a few to still have to incorporate in some nail art in that. So I do have a few packages of them that have to go into these little jars. I just, in all truth, haven't done it. And then underneath that one, I just have all my work cloths, and I like these to be able to take off like the sticky layer, put a little acetone on. All these are actually like face napkins. I got from AliExpress, and I just got blue and pink because they match. And then all of my little dental bibs that to protect my desk from any acetone or anything, just that go the extra mile. So I just wanted to add that in quickly. I apologize. I don't know why I skipped right over that, but let's get into the drawers. Now that we've seen everything on top of my desk is made up of 3 Alex drawers. These are 2 tabletops, 1 long one, and then the 1 shorter one. And like I said, I just put an extendable table, so when I need it, it's there. If not, I have plenty of room to walk, and it just feels open and more like spacious for me. I did have 2 of these longer tables. It just came out too far, and I felt claustrophobic in here, so I feel like that really works for me. Now I'm going to put you guys on a separate stand, and then we'll start with this drawer here. This is to my right. I'm right-handed, and then we'll end with this drawer over here. Okay, so I think from this angle might be best. Now, these all are labeled. If I can just kind of bring you in a little, you'll see here they all are labeled on the side. It just makes life easier. I like labeling. Well, I have a label maker. Well, I like it. I think it makes things look nice and neat, and why try to sugarcoat that? I think I like labeling. So this is my prep drawer. this one is marked prepped, and this has like your primer, your dehydrator, stuff like that. Born Pretty's dehydrator and primer is nice. I do use that one quite often. I do have Young Nails. This is Young Nails primer. It is not in Young Nails bottle. Young Nails bottle is like a little baby mini bottle, kind of like this. Not that, but it's kind of like that size, and it annoys the bejesus out of me just because it falls a lot, right? So I did go ahead and put it in another bottle that I just bought from one of the stores downtown, right? So that is Protein Bond Young Nails. I have some Vanillisa primers as well, different brands that I like to try out. Dehydrator, so I always put a dehydrator on my nail and a primer. That is how you should be prepping. And yeah, so that's those drawers. There is that. I do have some debonder that helps when you're trying to take off press-ons. Does it work? Yeah, it works alright, but you can just soak them off as well. We do have Infalab. It's just a liquid septic, so if you do get a cut, you can put that on it and it'll help stop the bleeding and just, you know what I mean, kind of nip the bleeding in the butt for that moment. And here again, some more primer, dehydrators. Some bottles are a little more tedious to store, but I think that we have you like in a good view. Now next we move on to base. Now I put mine in my drawer the way you would use it. I thought that just made more sense to me. So prep is the first thing you're going to want to put on your nails. You want to prep your nails, so your dehydrator, your bonds. Now we move to bases. So all these bases I have Born Pretty's, I have McCart, Model Ones, Morovin, more Model Ones, Savvyland. So any product that I use, I like to try to use their system if I can. Now when you're using colored, anytime you're using like a colored gel, sorry, not gel, like gel polish, all these bases are great. I personally like when I'm putting on a hard gel to use like a hard gel base, and I feel these are all mainly made for gel polish, right? Not gel bases. So I personally love to use Young Nails base coat. Now this is a little mini one. I also have a larger one down here, but a little goes a long way, to be honest. So the little guys last you quite some time. So I do have a larger one too. I just like Young Nails base because I feel like it's for an actual hard gel product, not so much for a gel polish. So I do like that when I put on hard gels on nails, if I'm using press-ons or anything like that. These all bases work perfectly fine. They probably work fine too. I just would like to take the step of not getting any lifting, because who wants to redo your nails right after, right? Now we're going to move on to peel bases. All these peel bases I've tried. Puente, Vanillisa, Roslyn. Well, that's a regular base. Get over there. Gellen, you're a regular too. That's a matte top coat. You should be back there. Look, I see. I didn't even organize this prior to coming in. This is a peel base too from Born Pretty. I haven't tried theirs yet though. Personally, I don't want to say that about Born Pretty because I haven't tried it. A lot of them don't work. I've ripped off quite a few nails and ow. The only peel base so far I've tried that works well for me for press-ons to take them off, because remember, peel base was never made to take your press-ons on and off. It was always made for gel polish, so keep that in mind, right? They're not supposed to do that, so it's not that it's a bad product. They probably work perfectly fine doing gel polish, but they're not meant to take off, popping off nails, right? But to pop off nails, I do find the IBD works best for me. So as you can tell by the 3 bottles here, that's definitely my go-to if I want to peel off my nails quickly. Then they'll help me pop off my press-ons. But you can still get a few days. Like honestly, I've gotten 4 or 5 days out of them, and they hold great as well. So, sorry, let's move on. I don't want to be like too much on every little topic. Here's all my top coats. Again, I try to do the same system if I'm using the same system. If I'm using all Savvyland, I want to use all Savvyland. If I'm using all Madam Glam, I want to use all Madam Glam. I do have Madam Glam as well, but they're just on my wall, so I don't put my Madam Glams in here. They all actually are on my wall. All my systems is up there. So again, going back down here, and then we end with matte top coats. So top coats, matte top coats, and then in the back, to be honest, I think I just have some regular top coat. not gel, just regular. So if I'm doing a man's manicure or something like that, just a nice regular top coat is great for them. They really don't want to have all the gel, so you have to like file it off or anything like that, or soak it off. So that gives them a nice good shine without having all the headache to do it. So they are back there. Again, a glitter top coat I just like to mark it because that way I know. An extra peel base there from Benelisa, and then this is just a gel that's pretty thin. So I do use it for like encapsulating glitters and stuff. So she just lives there. The little containers from AliExpress. Some links I could find, guys. Some links, honestly, it's hard to find the same link, so I'm not sure if I can do everything. And this will be a lot anyways. So my next drawer is implements. Okay, I'm gonna try holding you guys through this. I think it just might be a little easier. I'm hoping that it's not too wobbly, guys. Like, I'm only one little human over here. So this is my implement drawer. Now, this is mainly set up for, like I said, myself and just practicing doing content creating. So none of this I would use on anybody. This is only something I would use on myself. And even then, depending on what it is, I always clean my stuff before I even use it on myself. So these are just more quick things to grab and nip off little things. It does not matter, right? Not on like myself. So here, in all truth, these are some brand new bits. I'm pretty positive these are Born Pretty bits. I just haven't even used them. But they're just kind of there. Again, your little scalpel guy, little knife, couple little implements here. Like I said, a lot of this is just use and grab. That cuticle oil should not even be there, but again, I didn't like go through my drawers to prep them for you guys. I really just wanted it to be the way that they normally are. So again, these are all used files. Anything that has, I do try to keep them in there that's used. These have all been, like I said, these are just, I don't use these on skin. I use that to like nip anything off, which, oh yeah. So even like the files, I like to take off my back of my files. So I have peel base files or peel files. So I use that. That was a piece of file to peel that off and grab it. So it's just like a little cheap pair of nippers, I would say. These are my better nippers that I do use on myself. Most of these colored ones is what I use on myself. So these are all my implements that I would use on myself. Again, they are all clean in here, but I definitely would go and grab my spray and give it a quick wipe before I use it on myself again. And again, these are just some extra little things. We have some palettes, those little things that like bend your metal, a nail polish remover holder thingy, a pen that just leaks so it doesn't really work. I don't even know why I kept it, but that is that. Are you gonna stick to me the whole time? Get off me. That is that in that drawer. And then here, buffing bits. So that looks like it needs a new label. Again, they're just extra bits. They just find their way, little things find their way in there. Like, so those style of bits that don't have a home. I don't really use them in all truth. These are little blockers for you don't get dust in your drill. And then apparently a little elastic in case we need it. And what else? So just some lids for some brushes that kept falling off that have probably annoyed my life. A brush, a bit cleaner. This is just to clean your bits. And then here I do have more bits. So I just keep these containers. And they are all clean, full bits. And I have one more, I think, back there. Stuff does move in these drawers. Ugh. But there is another one back there that wants to hide. So I do keep them all there. Those are all my extra bits. Some I like, some I don't really even use, to be honest. The bits I usually use are Wilson bits. All my bits are Wilson for the most part, but I do like to try different stuff. So I do have a few extras, right? Okay. I hope you guys enjoy like the thorough in-depth video. I kind of enjoy those ones, so I'm going to give you what I think I like. I don't know. So now the next drawers we have are nail tips. These are all press-ons. This drawer, it's for the most part, it's not bad. It's not bad organized. There's a couple back there that are in bags that are either too long. They're like freaking 5XLs. So they don't fit in boxes, but they are back there. So the brands that I have in here, 90% of these are from AliExpress or Shein, like straight up. These here are a press. I don't know, I want to pronounce it A-press, but it's not. It's called like A-press. It's a soft A. So 2 of them. We have, these are from Ali. And I don't know if we can see the brand. Yeah, they just come in the black boxes. I kind of want to look like they're the same, but they're not. I'm not going to tell you that they are. But these are all gel. These are gel as well. These are gel as well. Ula. Now, anything in these type of ones, they're going to be acrylics. They're... Okay, like the wind just got so windy, and I have the window open to get some fresh air in here, but she wanted to be loud. These are all just like plastic acrylics, you know what I mean, type of tips. They're all from AliExpress mainly, to be honest, or like I said, or Shein. I can't tell you which or which, and I'm not gonna have links. I do apologize, guys. It's just I've had some for a while. Some I use, some I don't like, some, you know. These are not E-Nail Couture, but E-Nail Couture do sell these boxes that fit long tips, so I really like them. And then again, some other boxes. If it does have a name on the box like this, it is from Amazon. I apologize, there are some Amazon brands in here too. This here is BT Art Box. I really like their tips, to be honest, and they're very affordable. Pretty positive I do have a discount code with them. Check in the description of the video. And they come like this on the little, I'm gonna call it a piano thing. But they're really nice, actually. I really like them. They're already pre-prepped for you, so there's nothing you have to do. They're nice. They come like this. The box is very cute. And then I do have a couple of them back there, and I also have a couple of their acrylics. But those boxes are a little different, so they are actually over here, but I will show you them. Just because I just don't have the room in this drawer for them. Sorry. But that's how the BT Art Box ones come. They come in like a flatter type of container, and these are just acrylic. They're not gel, so I just have them on the side over here, but we're not doing those drawers today. And again, now we're gonna go for tips again. So these are all tips. They're all in boxes. 90% of these type of boxes are foil boxes. I regret throwing out any of these boxes. I had so many when I first started, and I was like, there's no way I need all these, and I got rid of a few, and now I completely regret that. But again, majority of these are from Shein or thing. Like, I did try to start naming them where they're from. Okay, so these are actually Macart ones. Yeah, and that's it. Like I said, if it's something like this, and that is from like an Amazon, but that's it. Every size, short, medium, you know, all the good stuff. I think we even have some toe ones in here. So that's a tip drawer, and we have another tip drawer down here. Again, these are not E-Nail Couture. I'm not saying that they are. They're just in the boxes because I bought a whole whack of these boxes when I first started because I couldn't find boxes that the long tips fit in. So E-Nail Couture does have these type of boxes. I'll try to link that if I can remember. And back here is just another thing full of tips. So it's just a little plastic bin, acrylic bin there. And it has like very short ones. We have some bags of different tips. Here we have like the crazy long ones that are great for practicing art. These tips here are all for my hands, my practice hands. So I just buy them separately and I just put them there. Again, if I want to do some practicing on just a black tip, I already have a black nail. Like if you want to do a demonstration on chromes and stuff, you don't have to paint your nail black, so that works really well. And then I also did that in white, and I just keep them in there. Alright, so that is my right hand side drawer. So remember, I'd be facing this way. We're going to go into what's here now. Alrighty, so now again we're going to go into this drawer. The top drawer is brushes. So I see it from this angle is how I look at it. So I just have them marked as gel art liners mixed and my silicone tools. Probably not the best way, but I buy a lot of different brushes because I want to try different ones. Some are good, some are great, some are crappy. Do you know what I mean? So, but 90% I would say again are probably from AliExpress. Recently, like I said, I do love the Yaster brushes. That's why I keep them up there. So they're just handy. But I definitely like to try different things. So that's what stays there. Now, ow, pardon me. Here I also like to keep little brush stands. So we have any little brush stands. I have some bunny brush stands. that are just like cuter than cute. Brush stands. These hold fingers really well too if you're doing like one practice artwork. Like this. If you want it for your light, if you're going to put your finger in their light, if you put it on that, it'll hold your finger up and allow it not to fall back and forth, right, in your light, so keep your light cleaner. And then all my palettes. So these are just palettes, again, probably from Ali or Sheen. Brush holder. This little thing, I think is the cutest thing. It's like a little art palette. I got that from the Salvation Army, like the secondhand store. I thought that was so cute. I should have got more. I don't know why I only ever bought one. I had a whole whack. Yeah, so that's that drawer. Behind there, again, probably just a couple more palettes that fell back there and a brush or two. Next drawer we have implements. This is like my big tools, I would say. Sorry guys. So all my cutters, I think to cut nails. I like to keep my little brush holders in here. So when I'm doing artwork, I like to keep one of these for like my dirty brushes, because I can just throw it in there and I find that works better for me. So there's a couple of them that I like to keep in this drawer. Again, some more little art trays for paint, more nippers, some bigger nippers to cut off like rhinestones and big body stuff. Little pliers, because you know some of these gel polish bottles want to be, I think, but a piece of tape, some scissors. Again, these work great for, do you have some like big boys you want to take off, little, yeah, and they're just literally like real pliers, and a couple of more like little pliers and stuff. In here we have these little magnets that you can put on the end of your nipping brush to measure the length of your nail that you want to cut. Again, some more nippers. None of these nippers in here are ever used on skin, by the way. These are all just for taking off rhinestones or something like that. So in here, the only ones I ever use for skin are over there, and those were like the color like this. So, and those ones I only use on myself. I'll show you what I use on other people when we get to that point. Here is just my wax tools. So again, just like your little picker-uppers. I love this one. This one's just so cute. Again, from AliExpress. I have some long buffers that I like to use on myself. Okay, sorry guys. These are some I like to use on myself. For the most part, if I'm using it on somebody else, I would just use the small ones. But the big ones I can use on myself, or again, when I'm content creating. Pink and blue is kind of like my colors. Blue, well, my channel name is Bluerose Nails. So blue is definitely my favorite color. But a lot of things just come pink. So pink kind of became my default color. So these are kind of like my two little colors. Again, from Ali. All these containers, I live in Canada, guys. So they're from Dollarama. And they make up my whole studio, I'm not going to lie. But I know you can get them from Amazon. Probably a little bit more money. But I can put a link for that. But unfortunately, unless you're in Canada, I don't know where else would have them. Maybe Ross or those places. We don't get one of those Rosses here. So again, implement drawer. I just put this as essentials. This I think is one of my favorite drawers. I love this drawer. I love these containers. These containers are from IKEA. They're the bathroom section. I will definitely put them down below. But again, so I just have cotton swabs, cuticle swabs, disposable brushes, because sometimes like, these just look great for when you just want to do a little piece of art or just get in there. So they come in handy. Cotton balls, cotton pads. These ones, I don't mind these ones. I get from Dollarama. They're not lint free. But to be honest, I started buying these from Costco. So they work great for stamping. So when you just want to wipe your plates off, I do have to refill them. But again, I didn't do my desk for you guys to see it. I wanted to leave it how it is. So this shows you I do keep a clean, organized space. But that is just my jam. I love organizing. So these are lint-free pads. These are lint-free pads. You'll see these a lot of my videos. I love these little things just to even show colors because it's white. All this is actually a waxing strip, and I buy the whole thing from AliExpress, and I just cut it in half so I get double. And I like them too because sometimes these little guys are just a pain in the butt. Like they're so tiny. So sometimes I just like the bigger ones. So I just get the waxing strips, which is exactly the same material. And I just cut them in half and I put them in there. So we have some sponges, so if you want to do ombres, and then things for chrome, just, you know what I mean, all in there. And here we have some little buffing blocks. I like these ones, the shape of them. I like them a lot better than these ones, personally. I don't know, I think it's just easier to hold the round. Again, I think they're both from Shein. So these are some makeup sponges, which I love these things. I think Talia is the one I got that idea, so I'm not even gonna like try to teach her thing, but they work great for wiping off your scraper. And you can get a good couple uses out of each side. So I do have them. Again, I think I got mine from Shein for $1. If you're doing a Shein run, these little fillers are always great to put in your cart. These I got from Ali, which I thought would be great for stamping, that I could pick up with my little picker-upper thing, but they're not really that great, to be honest. I don't think I would restock them, but for now they have a little place there, and they are lint-free. Okay, so back here we have some more, oh, my hand is looking sore. We have some more files. So these are peel and stick files, these are buffers though, peel and stick buffers. And I'll show you one if I can get it out right here. So this is a brand new one. It has a metal, and then you would just literally could peel that off. So it's very sanitary. So that's what I have for clients when I have them. I love these little guys because they're just easier for me to hold, especially if I have long nails on. It's a good size, not wasting. So I have 100 and 180s. Again, from AliExpress. I love Ali, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then I do have these little guys, and again, I was just trying out a lot of different buffers because I'm not a big fan of the small square ones. I find them a little tedious to hold, so I really would rather grab a buffer this size and use it, do you know what I mean, as a throwaway buffer than this little square one. It's just easier to hold. I feel like I can get in there. So again, I think I got these from Ali or Amazon, or oh my god, Shein. I don't even remember, honestly. I think it's Shein though, if I do remember correctly. And then again, back there is more buffers. Like, there's just some extra buffer blocks. My nose is running. And next one, again, essentials. So here, again, all these are from IKEA. They come in a set. I think you get 2 of these and 1 of these. I've bought quite a few over the last year or so, but I just love them. So it has all my peel and stick files. Again, so they peel and stick onto my metal bases that I have. Now, I personally love these. They're really easy to throw away after you use a client. I use them on myself as well, but I also use other ones on myself too. So like here, for instance, these are all mixed. I have some Macart files, some Young Nails files down here. Like, so anytime I get mixed files, I kind of go in there, and then I use them just on myself. I do not use them on anybody else but me or my practice hands, but they chill there. And so I have a 180, 240. That's all I really need. Again, guys, I use gel, so I don't need crazy 100 grit files. 180 is perfectly fine for gel. It's a pretty soft material. Now these here are all over the place. These are little sanding buffers. I haven't used any yet, but I did buy them for, I don't like my feet, right? Like if you have a little dry patch or something, I thought that would work great. I can't get it out because of my nails, but it happens with a little disc that you attach to your drill. Again, from Ali. Now, all my buffing blocks, or my sanding bands, sorry, 180s, 120s, and 80s. So we have from hardest to lightest. And this is where I keep all my forms. I don't use forms often. I probably should practice more, to be honest. Just different little brands. I think I have some Young Nails, some things, like nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't use them often, but they are all there. I think that's Young Nails, yeah. And then some of like the old school ones that come with everything, these little guys. I think we all know and see and probably annoy our lives. And then back there we have our brand new wood sticks. We have a brand new cuticle cutters. I buy a whole whack of these because you can use them. Just be careful when you use them, guys. And then you can throw them away or sanitize them. But I never put them back in. I don't wash them and put them back in, I just replace them. So usually they just get thrown out. Again, if I'm using them on clients, if I use them on myself, they will go up here in the used drawer, remember? And then I'll know that that's just like my thing. But usually I would just knit my own self, but or again throw it out. But I have a whole whack of them in there. There's just different ones. Again, I think I got them all from Shein. Here we have brand new metal files. I bought a whole whack of these because I love metal files for finishing filing, just to clean up, and it gets really tight on the edges. Now, I got a whole whack again, like I said, because they're easily to throw out. You can get a whole whack for $1. It's not that crazy. You can sanitize these and use them a couple times, but I never put them back in here. These are always all brand new. Oh, what are you? Oh, those are just some swatch discs. Last but not least, sorry, I did my feet last night. Get in there. Okay. That's how you should be. But again, like I said, I did not get this ready for you guys. I wanted a little bit of real life. This last drawer here is, again, essentials. So I have my gloves and masks for myself. Again, for a client, if you're in here, I don't know, right now I don't think I'd be like really putting that on unless you're like in my face, then you know, I'll have a mask on anyways. But and then hand wraps. All these are little gloves that you can put your hand in. I like to do them again just to get that cream soaking in there. And again, these are foot wraps. The same thing, they're just exact like a little foot. And then looks like a booty. I get these from Ali again. And I just lather up your foot with a whole whack of cream and just let that soak in. So I like to do that. I used to offer that as well. I do it for myself all the time, so works great. And then we have some soak off wraps, those little tinfoil wraps. And then we have our little finger protectors. We have some swatch guys here, just like the regular ones. And then we have some clothes separators, and then we also have those little soak off things here. Now here, this is what I use if I have a client. If I have a client, these bags have everything I need in it. And they're already all sanitized. So I have my little file, I have a brand new nipper, I have my cuticle pusher, cuticle cleaner, all that in there. And then like I said, my big files are metal backs, or metal files, so I put a brand new one of them on it, so always nice and fresh and clean. And then behind that, oh, something fell here. Oh, these are, I have to do a better system because they're not holding, they're getting like ruined. Ugh. So these are disposable foot like sanding things. I can show you this way. So again, for your feet, you can put this on. I have a metal back, like a metal base, and then you put that for your feet and you can scrub your feet to get all that nice skin off, and then you have nice smooth feet. That's clearly not working because it keeps falling. So it's a little too tall. I'll have to figure that out, but that was living its best life there and fell again. So, and then behind that, probably nothing, and that's the reason it keeps falling. So that's it. We'll go over here, and then we have a couple more drawers and we're done. Okay, last but not least, this video is going to be a long one. I didn't think it'd be so long. So this is just a little miscellaneous drawer, and this holds a lot of like my personal little stuff too. The best lip chap ever. I am a lip chap like whore. I love it. I always need it. That's my one thing, like I could not live without. If I was on a desert, I need lip chap. Love that lip chap. But anyways, here again, just your more little essentials. So when I'm filming, you want to have a little lip on, have a little cover up just so you know you don't look so shiny. I have some regular crazy glue here. To be honest, I really don't use it for anything. I have a little box cutter. Open a lot of packages. Again, a little lip. You want to be cute sometimes. I love these little pins. Nail artist. I think I have another one in here. I got these from Ali. I thought they were just so cute. Put on my little apron. I just haven't even done that yet, guys. And then it says nail tech. And then I always use toothpicks. I use this a lot in art, even up to swirl stuff, so that works great for me there. Looks like I need a little fill. A little gum sometimes you want something to chew on. A little hand light. Cordless. Now, these are just UV glasses. I personally don't wear glasses. Like, I don't need glasses to, like, have them on, you know, for reading or anything. But when I'm in the studio a lot, I like to have my UV glasses on and recording and editing. So, I do wear them. And sometimes I just want to wear glasses and be cute. So, these are when I'm filing or nipping off some crystals that want to come and fling me in the face. Guys, I literally found these at Crazy Bin, so I don't know where you get them. But they're just the cutest little safety glasses. And so, you know, those rhinestones, they can come off and fling you. So when you're dusting or anything like that, using the dust distractor, like, those work great. Keep them in there. Double-sided tape, that's all I use for my tabs. When I'm using like press-ons to stick on the little guys, I only ever use double-sided tape. I don't use that tack stuff. It doesn't work. I don't like it. Just some of my logo stickers, double-sided tape, a couple of these little lights there. I don't really use them, to be honest. Again, here we just have probably a couple cords, like the blue tack. Yeah, I don't like using that. Okay, so we have like some crystals. These are all used, or they've fallen on the floor or something like that. So I would never use them on anybody, just like myself. And honestly, I don't even reuse them, but I keep them if they're in really good shape. I feel like you could still use it for nail art if you're practicing. Like, that looks perfectly fine. I could use that on a little nail art and for a good pick. Keep them. You don't have to throw them out if they're not all scratched up. Like I said, I do not use them on somebody else like that. I would really recommend telling them that or something. I don't know. I personally wouldn't. You can reuse it on yourself, of course, but well, that's just where they live. And then a couple of little dusters that I really don't even use, and a couple of just nonchalant things, screws, you know, kind of like your junk drawer for your desk. So that's how that one is. Now we have glues. Okay. Again, this is how I face my drawer. Here we have literally foil glue. So I have the McCart foil glue, the Beatles. Somebody asked me about this recently, the Beatles foil gel. I don't do a lot of foils. I'm just not that great at it, and I do need practice. So. But I have the gels, but I heard that like the Beatles work good and the McCart one's supposed to work really, really well too. So I have a couple of them. 5-in-1s, some Glitter Mix Canada Bling It, that works nice for bling. Again, just the IBD nail tip glue. So yeah, exactly. This is going to be all your nail tip glues. You want to hear those press-ons, they work great. Want to hear your tips, we have regular glue. We have some blooming gels in here as well. I don't have a lot. I think these 3 are the only blooming gels I have. And I have all of my protectors for when you're stamping or using chromes. To be honest, I don't really use them much, but and then I have a lot of the Born Pretties. These extension gels. I guess they're good for holding on press-ons and stuff. They're just colored gels. IBD, I love this one for putting big bling on. I have a few of them. And again, just more glues. Benelisa glue works really well for bling. Haven't really tried that one. Puente, that works good for bling. A lot of these work really well for bling. I prefer, if you want really big bling, use a thicker gel. It'll hold it a little bit better, but like you see, you can tell I like the IBD one. These are like brand new. I actually really like the Born Pretty Squeeze method. They're good for putting press-ons on. But sometimes I hate the gel that gets stuck underneath. Like that, like I hate that. It's so hard to get it out, like just messy application, I guess. I need to work on that. This works really well. I use this often for precision glue, so I like that it has that little tip. Back here, again, more of your regular glues in there. Some glues that are just too tall. Precision. Oh, Glitter Mix Canada foil gel. Again, I just don't do foils often, so I can't give much on the foil gels. Sticky tabs. These work great when you just want to do like a quick show. Have your nails on for a day or so. A couple days, depending on how good it is. Your little tipsy guy that holds your bottles to make it so you can get in there. And a few more bottle holders. Stuff like that. So that's what that one is. And again, all the acrylic containers are all from Dollarama. See, this is why this one wants to give me attitude. Next drawer is dishes, and that's all this is. Literally just dishes. So we have all of our little damping dishes. You want to use glass or like metal. This little guy plugs into like a light. These, don't put acetone in anything plastic, it'll eat it. little dishes just to show some crystals, you know, your little lotus stamping dish. I use these as handstands. I get questions a lot about these, so let me bring these out. Excuse me, Miss Lotus. And this one. So quickly, I'm just going to be here. I use these all the time and I rest my hand on them. That's what I use to film. All of this is from the bathroom section at HomeSense. So it's probably like just like one of these. Like you put your toothbrushes in. I just like the shape. I thought it worked good and I rather that to hold my hand up filming. And then this is a candle holder. Literally for a tea light. Again from HomeSense. I just put on its side. It doesn't roll because it does have the little flat little sides, and look, it has a crystal on it. And I just put my hand on it and I paint my nails like that. I use them all the time. I get a lot of questions of what they are, where I got them. They're just from HomeSense. Be innovative of what you can put your hand on. It works well and it's easy to wipe them off and they look great in videos. So I'm just gonna throw them back. So they live in there as well. And then these little guys are just for your pixie crystals, glitter savers, whatever you want to call them. These little green guys work good to turn your flat backs upside right. These little guys work great for when you're like, if you want to display your finger. I use these even when I'm filing sometimes on my duster. I put that on and it just holds my finger where I need it to see it. Especially if I'm using my e-file, they work really well. A little sea sponge. Who knows, I guess when you need it. Polish holder, never used it. So you can see this one is really used. And that's because it's probably gotten filed, so it works good. And these are just little things from the Dollar Tree. I like to put my crystals when I'm showing them in hauls in them. And then you have the usual little trays that I think we all see. You get one pack of them and they last you like a lifetime. But honestly, they get wrecked easy and it's not that crazy, right? Again, little damping dishes. These metal ones came in a tray for acrylics, but because I don't use acrylic, I just still kept them. And it works great for when I put acetone. I put my cotton balls in there and then it's kind of ready to go. And that's that drawer. Last but not least, foils and decals. So this drawer here, I'm gonna move that back a little bit, is that Alex drawer, but it's the one for like your office foil or folders. So this one works great to hold. These tapes do not hold well from the Dymo, the white ones I find, but these hold all of my stickers. So these are all sticker decals and these are all my foils. And then we have a little bit more designer foils in here. I have so many foils, all full of foils. They're not organized in any type of way. Flowers with flowers, yes. Animal with animal, that type of thing. And then here, these are all pretty organized. I do have a video up of how I did this and showed you guys, so go check it out. But I love these. These work really well too. And that's what holds in that drawer. And there's still room sometimes if you need to shove something in there. It works great. You know what I mean? So for now, I think that works really well for me. And the rest of my decals are in the opposite drawer. But like I said, we're not going over there today. So they would be in like this drawer over here. There we go. Anybody else work a sweat up on that one? Whew. 51 minutes we're at now. I'll definitely try to get this down a little bit. Was I drinking like something red? My lips are like so weird. Anyway, sorry for that. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long time coming. I need to do an updated one anyways, so I'm glad that it's all, I kind of got everything I wanted done with that. And yeah, so that's my desk. Like I said, it's mainly set up for content creating, but I definitely have it so if I have a client needs somebody to take it a pinch quick, fold the table up and I'm ready to go. So hopefully you guys hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite part is of the desk. Mine is the drawer with all the little IKEA things in it. It's stunning. I love it. I love that drawer. So I'll try to link everything I can. If I forget a link, please guys just ask. If I can get it, I'll throw it in there. Can't remember everything all the time, but I'll see you guys in the next one, and I love you guys. Bye.